Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
I like fun. Okay. 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 Oh, yes. 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 Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey. No. 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 I'm almost afraid to say it. I had a great time playing Killing Floor 3. I mean, what's not to love? Guns, zombies, Zeds, and a heavy metal soundtrack that could melt your face off. But here's the thing. While I was skipping through the dark, dingy corridors of Killing Floor 3 with a massive smile on my face, I couldn't help but hear the grumbles of longtime fans. Turns out, not everyone is as thrilled as I am. And while I'm new to the series, I'd be naive to ignore the voices of the diehards who've been here since day one. So today we're diving into what makes Killing Floor 3 so fun, for me at least, and what's dividing the fan base. This is Buy or Buy, and we're talking Killing Floor 3. Let's get into it. Heal and run. I don't have any heals. Jump over there. Come up here, bitch. Oh shit. You gotta hand it to Tripwire Interactive. They've absolutely nailed the core combat mechanics. The weapons have a real sense of weight and power, with shotguns delivering a heavy punch and assault rifles offering satisfying precision. The crisp pop you get from a headshot is so satisfying, though some players have pointed out that gun audio in Impact still feels a bit soft or hollow, which slightly undercuts the otherwise brutal vibe. The combat gets even better with the return of Z-Time, that awesome slow motion mechanic that lets you manage the chaos and line up some crucial precise shots. Player movement got a major upgrade too. It's faster, more fluid, and you can now slide and mantle over obstacles. When you're with a full squad, communicating and working as a team, the game delivers a polished and wildly fun horde shooter experience. So if the gunplay is that good, why all the mixed reviews? The problem is everything built around that awesome gameplay. Reviewers and players keep using words like hollow, unfinished, and like an early access build to describe the overall package. This points to the game's biggest conflict. It's a fun, pick up and play arcade shooter that's been saddled with the heavy grind and systems of a live service game. It also doesn't help that core features longtime fans expected have been removed, along with the more horror comedy tone that gave Killing Floor 1 and 2 their distinct personality. Instead, Killing Floor 3 leans hard into a sci-fi feel, which, while slick, leaves some players feeling like the series has lost a bit of its soul.
Trying to find some dudes to kill.
A huge point of criticism is the amount of content you get. At launch, it shipped with just one game mode, Survival, along with some light story bits. There are no other ways to play. Worse, there's currently no endless mode. You're locked into 5-wave matches only, which limits the length and variety of play sessions. The game launched with 8 maps, 6 playable specialists, around 30 weapons, and from my understanding only 3 bosses. The feedback I got from people who had played Killing Floor 2 was the massive amount of content it had over the years. This launch offering feels like a step back. The new maps are big, but with so little variety, things get repetitive fast, making the game feel more like a basic framework than a finished product.
Skills. Upgrade some skills. I still gotta travel to the army depot again.
That feeling of limited content gets way worse thanks to the game's progression system. Leveling up your specialist is quick at first, but the XP required ramps up dramatically, forcing you to grind higher difficulties for very small rewards. The skill you unlock are often just tiny percentage-based boosts that don't really change how you play in a meaningful way. This same design philosophy bleeds into the weapon modding system. While customizing guns with attachments is a cool new feature, actually leveling them up feels like a total chore. For many, the system feels like it's just there to artificially stretch out the game by making you replay the same maps endlessly, which can lead to some serious burnout. To make matters worse, the specialist system locks characters to specified classes, which has been criticized for gutting the build variety that made Killing Floor 2 so great. While this is being addressed post-launch, it still left a poor first impression. So, in the end, Killing Floor 3 feels like a game with a split personality. The moment-to-moment gunplay is widely seen as top-tier, polished, and visceral co-op fun. But in stark contrast, the structure around it, the progression, the amount of content, and the monetization is frequently called out for dragging down the core experience. The final analysis of Killing Floor 3 is that it's a game with huge potential that's being held back by its launch state. The gunplay and mechanical polish are the foundation for something that's truly special. So, is this game for you? If you're a fan of fast-paced co-op horde shooters and love tight, satisfying gunplay, Killing Floor 3 delivers that in spades. The moment-to-moment combat, especially when played with a full squad, is polished, visceral, and genuinely fun. But whether it's worth jumping into now depends entirely what you're looking for. If you value tight co-op above anything else and have a group to play with, there's fun to be had. But after a deep polished experience with long-term variety and value, you might want to wait for updates. Fucking cut you! So, are you planning to dive into Killing Floor 3 now, or are you holding off for more content and polish? Let me know where you stand in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and let me know how many times you can say Killing Floor 3 in a row. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay.
Final piece
Yeah,
to our
survival,
grand puzzle.
complete survival match.
Another exciting day here at
Yeah, I
Nightfall.
need to find this upgrade station so I can get more upgrades.